Hey guys, MCU Collector here with a new video. If you follow me on Instagram, you see that today I did pick up finally the Marvel Legends series, the Hydra 2-pack, the Toys R Us exclusive. Finally found it in Northern California. It took forever. Southern California's been getting it weeks ago. Northern California finally started to get it today. So I'm very excited to bring it to you guys. I'm just going to show you the figures, kind of go over the articulation a little bit, and talk to you about the figures and look at all the accessories, which is the really cool part. So you guys can see one in package, what it looks like. You see the figures there. Here we have it here. So just like any of the other 2-packs, we get the foil Toys R Us exclusive sticker on there. Legend Series open window at the top. But here in front of the package, you can see the Hydra Enforcer, and then we have the Hydra Soldier. So this is a standard soldier, as is in the package. He's basically the same as the Mandroid Wave figure. The biggest difference, I guess, would be right off the bat is the Hydra logo that's actually there on the shoulder, which wasn't on the previous one. But really cool accessories. You could just look at all the different accessories that come along with these guys, with all the extra heads. So we'll take a look at all of those as we're looking at the figures. The insert is really cool, a Hydra logo there, so it actually makes a little kind of a nice little backdrop there to take a look at if you can get it to stand, which it was earlier. But here we have the figures. You can see a couple of issues, not even issues that I have, but some of the things that some people bring up about how basically the entire box set is reissues of same figures, same parts, same mold, same everything. Yeah, it is. But I have absolutely no problem that Hasbro would do something like this to give us such an awesome set full of accessories. So it's really cool. Now, I'm not an army builder. I don't pose my figures around and do all these different things. So it's just the one set for me. Now, obviously, many other collectors are going to want to get multiple sets. Probably at least 3. That way you can have each figure with a different alternate head that they do come with. So that makes sense. It's just not my thing. But we'll take a look at the accessories that come in the package. You can see for the Hydra Enforcer the different heads that come with it. Now the head that comes right out of the package is just a reuse of the Captain Britain head. And we also have a reissue of the Nuke head. And then this head here is painted. It's not new. We've seen it plenty of times before. Radioactive Man, Drax from the Guardians of the Galaxy, Entertainment Earth box set, and then also Luke Cage uses the same head. So we'll be seeing this again in that Defenders box set that's coming out. Now for the standard soldier, we have the Shield Agent head repainted for Hydra use, and then this head came with Taskmaster, which was the Udon head, I believe it was. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not familiar with it that much. And then the head that comes with it is that standard Hydra Soldier head sculpt that we had actually gotten with the Mandroid Wave. So in total, 6 heads. So if you get 3 different packs, and you can have each figure with a different head. So really cool. We'll take a look at the accessories. All these accessories have been we've gotten before. I don't think this one might actually be new. I don't know if we've seen this with another figure, but this is the vest that comes with that you can actually put onto this Hydra Soldier. So as we're going through the video, I'm actually going to be taking off this shoulder straps and putting on the vest, because the other Hydra Soldier looks almost exactly like this, so it'll kind of differentiate between that one. So I'm going to put the vest on that one. I'll show you guys that in the video. I'm also going to display him with this head. That way it kind of changes it up with all my other figures, so that does look pretty good. Not a whole lot of detail or anything to it, but the visor's just painted red. You got green and black, so good looking. Now the Taskmaster Udon head, or whatever it's called, not a whole lot to it. I'm not a big fan of it in this look, but it is nice to kind of see something different and then have, so many different options. So it's pretty cool. This head, so different seeing this head, with a different color scheme, since we've seen the head, multiple times before, but I think it looks pretty good. We have this Nuke head, which all I keep picturing is like an Eddie Brock head to go with your Venom, which I'm sure many customizers have probably already done so. But I just keep picturing that for some reason. But there he is. So we look at the guns. So all these guns should be a reissue. I'm not sure exactly which figures some of these guns came from. There's no paint detail on them at all. They're all just done with kind of a silver gray plastic. So that looks good. Now, one thing I really like about this one, this is that, I don't know, futuristic Tommy gun looking kind of thing. One thing I really like about this one is that Hydra logo that's painted right there on the front. I think that's a nice touch, really cool. And then the clip does kind of come off from there. And I believe we saw this with, I want to say Chameleon? Can't remember off the top of my head. Leave comments if you know exactly which figure and if I'm getting that wrong. But really nice looking. Here we have additional guns. Now this gun I do recognize. This one came with Nuke, but it was painted with the red, white, and blue paint scheme. Here we just have that silver. And there's kind of a little bit of glitter shine to it in person. So like that. We have this big rocket launcher type gun. Now this one we saw with the Guardians of the Galaxy Drax figure from the Titus Build-A-Figure wave. It's just a reissue of that. I believe the Vintage Wave Punisher, I don't have that in front of me, actually comes with the same exact weapon, but it has a different paint scheme on that one. Again, there's no paint detail on this one whatsoever. It's that same silver plastic as all the other weapons. And then last but not least, we do get this knife here. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, again, for all you collectors that have been collecting for a while, I believe this may be the same exact knives that came with like the Warpath figure, that 2-pack Warpath Deadpool, and then the Thunderbird variant. I could be wrong. We probably saw this with Nuke as well. I'm not sure, because this figure is basically a Nuke figure with a different head, just painted differently. So we do get a sheath for this knife right there on the back. Ports in like so. Not bad. Nice. And then all their hands are all open or holding hands, so they can hold all the guns in whichever hands, which is really nice. Then this one you actually get the trigger finger hand, so really cool. But here, so we can take off the shoulder strap so I can put that vest on. You can see here, you could just pop that right off there. And let's take his head off now. The head's easily just pop on and off. And let's see how do you get this off? You kind of have to work it to get it off, but it comes off fairly easy, I guess. Standard Bucky cap, of course. Now the plastic on these are actually a really tough plastic. They're not real soft and pliable too much at all. So I don't know how difficult it's actually going to be to get this vest on. But let's find that out together, shall we? Oh, this figure's kind of stiff. It's got that loose ab crunch though, and I think that's something I see with most of the Bucky Cap figures. Yeah, I am just having the hardest time getting this thing on, because man, this thing doesn't want to move. So let's try this again. Like so. Man, I can't seem to get it. This waist is really loose on this guy too. So it's making it a little bit more difficult when the figure just wants to constantly move around. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to be able to work this vest on, but that's how I would like to display it. Here we go. So bend it back that way. Start to work that arm in through that vest like so. And ta-da! Boom! Hydra Soldier's got his vest on. It does have a hole in the back, so you could always port in any of the type of weapons that you may be able to port in there if you have the old figure stands. That's what that hole is good for there. So I will be displaying this Hydra Soldier with the Shield Agent alternate head to give that standard Shield Agent look to him. So that's how I will be displaying this one. As far as the Enforcer, I'm actually going to display him just like this. I do think it looks good. They have the same exact color scheme to them. It's just that flat green and the yellow. So here, just like on this vest and then this vest, I think what we are lacking is a little color depth because it is just an absolute just flat yellow. There's no additional paint detail into it whatsoever. There's no wash, nothing. There's no colored buckles other than these large ones. It's a little bright looking and not the best, but I am pleased with what we get as far as the figures. Then here on the shoulders we do have the Hydra logo as well. Then we don't get those painted knee pads that we got on the Nuke figure, or even the Cable figure, I believe, had the same legs, and those were also painted differently. Just the flat green on these guys, but does look good. As far as the articulation, head moves side to side, can look up all the way, can look down all the way, shoulders go out, full rotation, upper bicep cut, double jointed elbows, wrist hinge and swivel. You move out the waist. Ab crunch is there. However, this vest will not really allow you to do much of an ab crunch. If you really work it, you can. Now, I have seen pictures on Instagram already. People take this vest off to give an additional Hydra Enforcer a new look. Since I'm just going to have the one, I'm good with the way he is. We do get upper thigh cut up there. Double jointed knees. There is boot swivel, and then ankle pivot. Boot moves up, moves down really good, and then does pivot. Legs go out pretty wide. So there is the Enforcer. Looking very good. Bucky Cap. I'm not even going to go over his articulation. You guys have seen Bucky Cap over and over and over again. Maybe not through my videos, but through lots of other videos. Standard Bucky Cap, no difference to it whatsoever. On mine, ab crunch was a little bit loose. You put this vest on him, that's not going to be an issue at all. Waist moved pretty freely and easily, but not so much when you put the vest on. And I do think it gives it, at least a different look compared to the other Hydra Soldier. So it's a nice little touch. Again, the weapons are really cool, and then all the different head choices. So again, most people I think are going to get 3 at least, so you can have each head displayed per figure. But it is a nice set. If you can find it, go check your Toys R Us while the buy one get one 40% off sale is still happening. But thanks for staying with me, watching the video. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and thank you for watching. I appreciate it.